There is a molecule that boosts NAD that's not NR and NMN. There's one that's really good, particularly in dogs, called NAR, nicotinic acid riboside. And that's a really interesting molecule because in dogs it works so well that it boosts their NAD dramatically. And that's something that my brother and I have been using on his dogs and in clinical trials. And I'm pretty excited because we tend to forget that dogs are members of our own families and that they need care as well. And so we made a supplement for dogs, my brother and I, so that they don't get left behind. And my goal, if I could, is to make a dog live 80 years as well.
Wow. What's the name of that molecule again? Because I know in your book you talked about using NMN with your dogs at that time. So is this the next iteration of that?
Yes, for dogs it's better than NMN. It's called NAR. And is it all right if I mention the product? Would your listeners be interested? It's called Leap Years. Leap Years. You can get it at leapyears.com. And it's a little treat. And you get little ones for little dogs and big ones for big dogs. And it also has a little component called a senolytic that destroys old cells in the body. And that combination, there's so many people online getting excited about the product because they see their old dogs getting rejuvenated and behaving differently. A lot of anecdotal evidence and even a small clinical trial that showed positive effects on behavior in the dogs, more engagement. And so I'm really excited about dogs as well as humans benefiting from this research.
Well, while we're on dogs, let's stick there for a bit. What other supplements do you recommend along with this supplement you've created to help with longevity?
In dogs or in humans?
Dogs.
This is the only product I'm aware of that provides a longevity supplement for dogs. But what I do know is that fresh food, or at least frozen fresh food, is very helpful for a dog's longevity. And restricting their food, or at least don't overfeed your dog. A lot of dogs, particularly dogs like Labradors, are overweight, and that will greatly speed up aging of your dog. So, your dog, like a Labrador, will always want to eat. It'll always be hungry. Unfortunately, they have a mutation that makes them hungry and never satisfied. If you give them food whenever they're hungry, they're going to live a short lifespan. There was a study in Labradors that if you feed them, I think it was 25% less than what would be a standard diet for a Labrador, they lived years longer. And so I'm not saying make your dog hungry, but I am saying watch your dog's weight, keep them lean, and maybe just give them, if they can handle it, one meal a day. It's actually the worst thing you can do for a dog is to overfeed them. But the supplement Leap Years seems to be a really good thing to do at late in life. If you have a dog that's middle-aged or old, you see these benefits within just a week of giving the treats.
Interesting. I just know even in the health and wellness space now for dogs, there's all sorts of different supplements you can get, fish oils, green powders, turmeric, things that you would put in that food along with your supplement to extend that dog's life, if there's anything there.
Yeah. Well, you did jog my memory. Those supplements have not, as far as I'm aware, been tested like Leap Years has in a rigorous clinical trial with a double-blind placebo control. And, I'm happy to be corrected. I'm unaware of, say, curcumin or turmeric being tested in a really rigorous trial. Now, does that mean it doesn't work? No, it's likely to reduce inflammation in your dog. Glucosamine for joints, sure. Try it, see if your dog responds. There's no real harm. I'm unaware of any long-term harm from these natural compounds. They've been in the human food supply for millennia. Fish oil is one of the safest natural molecules you can give an animal or a human. I was speaking to an executive at a pharmaceutical company that made fish oil as a drug. Fancy that. But they made it very pure. And they said fish oil is the only medicine that they make that has no side effects.
Do you personally take fish oil?
Definitely. Daily. I've been taking that for 20 years or more. I take a fish oil that has extra omega-6 and 9. I'm big on omega-9s as well, which is olive oil, which olive oil has. Um, and so, I mean, the simple answer is yes, I take fish oil as part of my staple. I mean, I can run through briefly the kind of things that I take in addition to the morning.
I want to jump in real quick. Let's finish the dog piece, and we'll come back to you and what you're doing. We mentioned, I think you said whole food for a dog. How do you feel about a raw food diet for dogs?
And that would include raw meat.
Yeah, I'm a dog lover myself, and I have a 9-year-old Australian Shepherd, and we feed her frozen raw meats. So we thaw it out by the container, and we've been feeding her that for years, and we love it.
It's great. Definitely. Definitely. Now, include some vegetables in there because the plants themselves have healthy molecules, not just the vitamins, but there are polyphenols in the plants as well. But yeah, if it's unprocessed, I'm in favor of it. Yeah, I used to feed my dog when I was a teenager a product I won't name. I might get sued, but it was leftovers boiled to hell. With jelly. You know the stuff. You shake it out of the can and it stands upright. That stuff is not anywhere near as nutritious. And it's my belief that switching to fresh food is the way to go for longevity in dogs and cats for that matter.
All right, so to kind of summarize what we said there, raw food is good, definitely whole food for a dog. There's this new supplement that you and your brother came up with. We'll link that in the show notes. And then frequency of eating. So 1 meal a day, or at least making sure the dog's not eating throughout the day and being cognizant of how much the dog's eating.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, and exercise. Don't forget that. If they're a big dog, get them out of the house. Let them run because that's what they're meant to do.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch the full episode. I'll see you over there.
We're working currently on making a single chemical or a single natural molecule that you can take as a pill that would reverse the aging process. I think that what we get from fasting is turning on the body's natural defenses against aging.